Welcome back to Great Day Houston, our pet show. If you've been through a divorce or a separation, custody of the kids can be a tough battle. But what about Fifi or Fido? What do the courts say when it comes to your furry friends? Attorneys Shannon Boudreaux and Kevin Hunter recently stopped by with some answers. They are a very pet-friendly office. In fact, they recently took part in the Houston Humane Society Fun Run and represented as a law firm and loving their animals. Shannon, your law firm focuses on family law, which is so highly charged. Why did you all decide to focus on that?
We wanted to help people. Our motto is we're family law attorneys. We help good people through bad times, and we love what we do.
Yeah.
It makes for an interesting day.
Yeah, I would imagine, because it's like oftentimes things kind of go haywire and it's based off of emotion as opposed to common sense. You all can be kind of the common sense.
That's right. There's not very much logic and reasoning going into some of these decisions. That's very emotionally based, emotionally driven.
All right, Kevin, you come from a background as a fire investigator and in the military.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you say friends have asked you, so why did you decide to go into family law?
Yeah, it's probably not a background that sets up well for family law, or at least one wouldn't intuitively think about it, but I help people as a fireman, I help people as an investigator and a law enforcement officer, so it kind of transitioned me into family law and the same type of things. You know, we deal with a lot of similar things, actually.
All right, some things have changed over the years. Our pets even mean more to us today, I think, than ever before. A lot of people will say they're an extension of our family, right? And sometimes you like your pets better than you do your own children. But
or your spouse.
Yeah, or your spouse, yeah. With that said, you all love pets in your firm. This is part of your daily routine as well at the office. But there's a thing that people oftentimes ask about when a divorce comes up, and that is about pet custody. Who gets custody of the pet? Are there pet custody laws in Texas like there are child custody laws?
No, unfortunately. Pet custody is kind of a misconception in Texas. Your pets are treated as property. They're subject to division just like your house, your car, your couch, which is sad because they are our family members and they shouldn't just be subject to a just and right division.
Yeah.
There are some things you can do to show the court that this is not just a piece of property, although that's what they are considered in Texas, that this is my baby, my child. Yeah. You can bring records as to who purchased the animal. Obviously, if the animal was purchased prior to marriage, it's going to be that spouse's separate property.
Okay.
But if it was purchased during, or adopted, or rescued during the marriage, show records. Who cares for the animal? Who brings the animal to the vet? Who takes the animal on walks? Who lets them out? Who gets them to pick their shots?
Space for that animal to be.
Absolutely.
Right. But there is no best interest of the pet test in Texas, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Some states are actually revisiting, though, right? I think I saw it on Judge Judy the other day, out of all places.
They are.
It's like, as you see this pop up so often.
They are. Matter of fact, Vermont changed their law. There was a case that went all the way up to the Vermont Supreme Court, and they changed their law. So pets are considered more like children in that state. And also in California, their governor at the end of 2018 signed some legislation, signed an act, a bill, where your pets, their best interest is taken into consideration. Now in California, they're still treated as property like they are here in Texas, but the judge can make that best interest test.
All right. In fact, in Texas, judges now award visitation schedules for the pets.
They can, if the parties can come to an agreement. Monopolizing.
No. I mean, they can. We've actually had a case where a visitation schedule was set up for a pet, but at the same time, that's not the norm. It's the parties, and to be clear, they can, in a divorce, regardless of whether it's pet or property, they can come to agreements. So if they choose to have some visitation schedule, there's no reason for that not to.
Yeah.
And a court will enforce that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matter of fact, Rachel Pena, she is our client concierge. When her and her ex got divorced, they had a pet custody arrangement where they shared a week-on, week-off visitation with Clara, their pit bull mix.
That's pretty cool. The visitation, the whole bit, just like you did with kids. I just want to end with, again, what you said about being a compassionate law firm. You understand that it's a tough time for people, whether they're dealing with pets or their children, the whole bit. The breakup of a marriage can be very tough. But it's not all about the money for you all. You do have to make a living, we make that clear. But there was a case where a woman came in for a consultation, and really what she needed could be she could download a form online, and you just took care of that for her.
That's right. We knew what she needed. Instead of having her hire us to go through the process of get what she needed. I told her where to go online, get the form, told her what she needed to do. We refunded her consultation fee. As a matter of fact, I met with a gentleman just yesterday, same deal. He didn't need to hire a lawyer at this point, refunded his consultation fee. I told him, I said, go take a DNA test. If you are the father, then come back.
Yeah.
Pay the consultation fee, we'll figure out what to do. But yeah, we're not one of these firms that's in it for the money.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
We're in it to help people.
Yeah.
I mean, family.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
And a family can be divorced and still stay together in a sense, right? They can be divorced, and especially if you have children, you don't have to leave. You can leave each other, but you don't have to leave your children. So your best word of advice for somebody who knows it's not going to work and there's going to be a division, what's the first thing you do?
Co-parent. You need to co-parent.
You have to. I mean, just because you guys get divorced doesn't mean you stop being parents.
Yeah.
And until those children are 18 and even beyond, obviously, you're going to have to make decisions together. You're going to have to be a part of birthdays and things like that. So I think starting with that is the biggest piece.
You can always get more stuff.
Yeah.
But these kids are here to stay.
Absolutely, and they remember. They
And the
remember
fur
how both
babies.
parents acted. Yeah, and the
And the
fur
fur
babies.
babies are
Yeah,
here to stay
yeah,
too.
and the fur babies. Well, thank you all very much. We know that you can help negotiate that whole fur baby situation, but we'll have you back at other times too to talk about just Lone Star divorce, because getting divorced in Texas is different than getting divorced in other states, and it's one of those things that you know nothing about until you're in the middle of it.
That's right.
All right.
ma'am.
Thank you very much. To
Thank
get in
you.
touch with Boudreaux, Hunter and Associates, call them at 713-333-4430, 713-333-4430, or for more information, log on to bhlawtexas.com.